Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Australian 8-Ball Federation National Champions Plate Grand Final, meaning we are playing with international rules as Robbo lags and plays with maximum side and loses the lag. Join with me in commentary, the great, the one, the only, the master of the close matches,
Dax
Michael
Wosley.
Scary. How are you, buddy?
Good, you?
Good, mate. Predictions with a non-biased view.
I know Mark is extremely tired, so factoring in his Terminator red eyes, his short red hair, his lack of sleep.
He wanted you to mention all of this, didn't he?
No.
I remember the conversation you had with him.
I think Justin's been playing quite well. I'd actually start Justin favourite in this. I think Justin will possibly... what is it? Race to
9?
9. I actually think Justin wins 9-6. To be honest with you.
I'm going to say Robbo wins 9-5. There we go. I know he's tired. He's been whinging all week. He says the storm's coming. Blah 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 blah.
Storm's gone now.
Mark Robertson. I didn't realise how actually mentally insane the guy was until I heard him talk all week.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Good start though for Justin with the break. I did play Justin myself last night in the semi, and his break actually did let him down a bit. And I got a lot of first opportunities, but just sucked.
Just looking at the final tally of the stats, Robbo finished on 83.3%, Justin 76%, followed by Alec Renatus 75, Dave Ewing 76. Stacey Vine 78, Carl Barrett 64, Luke Foster 64, Dale Kent 68, Travis Paul 65, and so on.
So, Mickey now scrolling like 3 or 4 pages to find us.
No, that's not happening. Yeah, 1 and 2 playing each other in the plate. These two guys have been the most consistent through the whole tournament.
And 83.3, I don't know what the highest percentage at Nationals is that's been shot, but that has to be up there. That's pretty high.
Yeah. And these guys have been giving each other a bit of stick too.
Have they
couple
what?
of days of who's winning how many frames and poking each other in the back, and that's not ideal.
No, I think that's perfect, Nick. I'm assuming the red goes inside the 2 yellows in the middle, so I think that's actually a pretty good angle. To get himself more centred to the table.
Probably is. It just looks like there's a lot of angle on this.
Actually,
TV
no,
screen.
you're right. There is more angle than I first thought. Can find the centre of the table here and go downtown for that red that's stuck to the yellow potentially.
I think you'll see if Mark does get his opportunities.
No, he held it pretty well.
You'll see him sort of want to finish them very quickly.
Yes.
And he wants to be here.
He does have a roast waiting for him.
Yeah. Onions, potato, carrots, 1.2 kilo.
Courtesy of
Bit
you,
of
mate.
beef. Yeah. Bit of beef. Did I say meat? I sure hope I didn't.
You did say meat. I don't even know how I want to interpret that, to be honest.
No.
Justin's taken these quite well so far.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
And the way he's played is, as I said, you have to assume that red does pass the yellows into the centre.
Now, are you coming up past that yellow in the centre, or are you dropping just before it? Because I think it all depends on how that red goes in the centre. But
I think I'd rather go past it that way. if I fall short, I'm not canning it into the
Well,
red, but
he's
I'm
playing it.
guaranteeing myself a shot.
I don't think he is the way he's playing it. Oh, he is.
He did play to
Has
go
he
past
fallen
it.
short?
I think he's fallen short, yep.
I think he's all right.
Yeah, you're right, he is. He's okay.
He's very lucky there. You'd really want to be up sort of towards the bulk line to make sure that you get past that yellow.
He's got himself good angle there as well.
One good shot away for a 1-0 lead.
Does it mean he's taking these well?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
right.
wow. I can't believe he's missed that. I mean, he's done all that hard work and he's let Robbo back in.
It's, yeah. I think Justin needed to get off to a good lead here. And I honestly think if he got off to like a 4-1 lead, I think he could run away with this
Nice,
match.
trying to get down this bulk line ball now for the kick out on the ball on the cushion. He's played that very well.
He wants angle and he's got it
Perfect.
beautifully. So a little nudge, just maybe move it 3-4 inches, just sort of towards that middle pocket.
Yeah, he's got 2 linking balls as well, so
Yeah.
played it well.
That's fine.
May float down here for the bottom ball, or do you think you'll leave it to the last?
There's an opportunity if he plays the middle right and comes under the black, then he can play the bottom yellow that's on the rail and come up the table with a bit of safety.
Yep.
So hiding behind that yellow in the middle of the table. So exactly what he's done there. So now he'll knock this one in and he's actually landed a bit straight.
Yes.
But he won't worry about that too much. He'll come up maybe 3, 4, 5 inches, maybe half a foot, depending on how he is. And then Justin will always be snookered behind that yellow at the top. He hasn't bothered about that.
He's not hit that well. Obviously wanted to come off the side cushion and come back out a couple of foot. Now he's he's probably going to have to play this with a bit of conviction too, to be fair. He's looking at the safety, yeah, he's looking at the safety. Well, as in like the shot to nothing, but
yeah.
How good's his shot going to be on his last yellow?
I think he can nick it in and come off a couple of rails. I don't think it's a problem. But playing a soft shot over this distance across the nap and up the table, a lot can go wrong here.
He's changed his shot.
And you can see the shot he's playing still. The white's going to end up on the right-hand side of the table.
Oh, he's played that beautifully. That's an excellent shot.
And you can see there that even if you miss, Justin doesn't actually have an easy roll in. So something to think about too when you're out there and playing shots like this, trying to finish a frame. There's always a way that you can go to make it safe for yourself.
Yeah, and Mark's become very good at that over the years. Good clearance, and there's no bias at all coming from Michael Scarey.
People are clapping behind me. It's not me. Nah.
So, very, very good opportunity for Justin slip there after he played what you would say a very, very good controlled clearance and just missed his final yellow, or final red, or whatever colour it was he was on.
I wonder if Rusty's dirty not being here. Last Nationals.
Yeah, look, he probably is looking at all the finals and thinking that he would have just beaten everyone and been in the final and won it himself. That's generally how Rusty likes to think. Somehow Robbo's had the white kicked in off, and well, you'll probably be a little thankful that that red is slightly congested, but I still think reds will be the choice of balls here. In fact, I don't think I'm almost certain, because it does go, and he's just got to kick out that one awkward ball.
I mean, yellows actually have a bit of a say in this too. Like, you can roll the yellow in the centre, come down to play the bottom yellow near the black, and that goes into the yellow that's near the red on the right-hand side of the table. So there's an argument for both, but because Justin doesn't really have a red that's an opener here, which means he has to take one of his linking balls to knock out.
Well, he actually does. He can play the one that's closest to the corner pocket, and then he can drop onto the cushion and then play the cannon straight away. But then the linking gets a bit tricky.
But what I'm saying is that's actually a skillful shot too, to knock that in and actually stun it perfectly to the bottom rail. And he is taking yellow, so he's actually going to play the shot that I said.
He is.
The yellow.
But it's not just this shot. It's the other yellow that I don't think it passes the red to the top right corner. So.
But he has actually got two perfect yellows to open up that yellow. Like I think the yellow in the middle of the table at the top, he'll use off two cushions and go into that red and yellow, and then he's always got that yellow at the top right to land on. So this works out perfectly.
Well, it's not perfect.
Not perfect
By any means.
But I don't mind that yellow there for a double. No, he's definitely not perfect here.
Someone's just bumped the table where the camera's sitting and just thought they'd just, create a few OCD
storms.
issues for me with the see how the table's not lined up anymore. It's
Yeah, now that you mentioned it.
and Dan's realised that he's run to the camera because he knows I'm going to flip out about it.
So he's used up one of his balls that he would like to have opened up that yellow with. So
I have to think that this yellow in the bottom right passes as well, the two reds.
yeah, even if it comes off the cushion and off the red, I think it's good. I think Justin wants to click the cushion and the yellow first to get both
agreed.
yellow and white out here.
He hasn't done that.
That's not good. I'd have probably played that twice as hard. You want to get both yellow and white out.
I think he caught the pot a bit thicker than he wanted to as well.
Yeah.
He did have a bit of side on
He
it.
looked good. Like Justin actually looked good in that first frame up until that last ball, and it seems to carried over. I think.
He can get through to this.
Has it reached? It has. What a good shot.
Well, he definitely didn't want that to sit because, well, we know in international rules, you can just pot it and play turnover a shot. So this is actually he's gone a little further than he wanted to, but this is sort of similar to what he missed earlier, except it's a little thinner. And you have to remember he overcut the ball that he played that he was straighter on last time, so probably this is the better line that he played last shot that he missed. But this is not easy, and especially since the white ball's travelling away from the pocket he wants to pop this black in, so may fully commit, go to rail. And might be able to hold it if he drags it in.
Probably, he can play it down the rail. If he wanted to have a nice black, he could just play a double.
He's overcut it again. And don't mind Mick, folks, he's just figuring out the mute button.
I think I got the mute before I sneezed. I'm all good.
So 2 overcuts from Justin to the same pocket potentially will cost him 2 frames. And one thing I do know about playing Robbo, and I'm sure you do too, Mick, is you really can't miss any opportunities you have against him. Otherwise, he just relentlessly punishes you.
Yeah, the pure shot selection from Mark is his B side of it is very good. Even if he's not playing well, he's still making a lot of the correct choices and
he definitely looks in a hurry for dinner.
Yeah, 100%. He wants to finish this, win or lose, within an hour. So side rail and back out.
Ooh, watch his feet, but he's all right. And Rusty wants to know what saver you have with Robbo, Mick.
What saver? There's a small saver.
Pretty much. They're 50-50, Rusty.
Pretty much the same saver that Rusty has with Justin all the time, and Justin keeps winning and handing Rusty cash. No, Mark and I have a small little saver. If I do well, he gets a little bit. That might pay for some of his trip, and if he does well, same thing. So we fell short today in the semis and in the doubles, and I lost yesterday, I think it was, in this event, and Mark's here now. So it's all good, Like if you get a few $100 here or there, it pays for pays for some of your trip. I mean, this trip cost everybody thousands of dollars to come away.
Absolutely.
This is my 12th nationals. I've been away to England, I think 3 times. So I've spent $100,000 easy, and it's nice to collect $500 or $1,000 here or there.
Drop in the ocean, really, isn't it, mate?
No, it is, but we do it for the love of the sport. But a lot of people don't realise you are coming here quite a lot, and it does definitely take, and that's not including loss of work as well. I work for myself, so 10 days, 11 days, I'm not making any money. So I get put behind
boat.
literally 6 weeks by coming here,
I'm a
which
little bit
takes me a
luckier
good
than
3
you.
months to get ahead again. So it's a big hit.
I'm a little bit luckier than you, mate, that I have a different, obviously, model. Mine's a Fisher and Paykel. No, just kidding.
I did actually pull up the Quest.
Look at that stiff. That is
He's flicked off the red.
A little unlucky, and it is an open table still as well. And pretty sure we're going to see Robbo put the white ball right behind this red at the top end of the table, and make sure he gives himself enough angle to land on any other red.
He may even actually play depending on how the table is, how he feels, he may even play the corner one here and go into the red and actually develop it, which he's looking at now.
I'm surprised he's doing this, I must say, because this is the only way things can go wrong.
Well, it can't. Well, it can, but the thing is,
Oh, no,
Okay.
he's left himself an angle. That's smart.
that's fine. I was going to say because now he's on reds, and therefore he has a bit of a saver with that yellow on the left hand side of the table. So if this goes in, it's pretty much black ball. He's missed it. Opportunity, yeah, gone there. I think what? I actually think Justin gets these.
Well, going off what he's done so far,
I need to change this. I'm not sure he's doing the scoring, but I'll just have to keep it quiet.
that's probably Justin, because he was very good at putting his own score up, but not very good at putting mine up. Actually, it might be Vanessa that's doing it. Not really in a calling way. Oh, he's got the double now, and he has to commit to it, I feel.
We're all over it. They'll update in a sec. Here's the money shot.
Again.
Straight in, yeah. So I think going back with that first shot, I honestly would have played the red and then go into the other red and actually just developed it a little bit.
I think if it wasn't touching the rail, I'd have put it low on the rail and just played it in such a way where you can let the white ball just come natural for the two on the left-hand side.
Was the red at the top of the table? Was that actually
I
touching?
don't think it
thought
was.
I thought it was off the table.
That's why I'd have put it right on the rail
the
of
rail,
white and
yeah.
just let it drift across. But look, it might have only been, a very small amount off where the angle would have made a lot of difference.
Yeah, we're right. We're always right standing here, I think, sitting here.
Rusty's made the comment that the winner of this gets player of the carnival, and I don't know if I agree with that. I think Mark has done enough.
I actually don't think so.
You don't?
No, because I think
Justin's in the singles.
yeah, Justin's still in the singles.
Who's this touching?
So Mark's not in the singles anymore. Justin's in the singles, and Justin's in the final of the play. So if Justin wins this, I actually think he gets player of the carnival. If Mark wins this, and maybe Justin loses the Australian singles, I think there's a chance that it could either be given to either or even joint. So who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? But there's a new formula for this one.
Yes, there's been a lot of discussion of this. I mean, it's only been a couple of hours since the round robins have been completed, but there's been a mountain of discussion around the new formula. It hasn't even the team hasn't even been selected yet based on it. But one thing that we've worked out is that if you're a first-year player, you probably, no matter what happens, you can't make it. Which this might be the look at
again.
this.
Has he gone
Oh,
enough?
he's gone enough.
Wow, Justin.
Yeah, well, sorry, as I was saying, this might be the first time I've ever seen someone shoot over 70% at nationals and not make the Australian team. So
It'd be a
be a bit of-
shame, but we'll see what happens.
could be a bit of a controversy later on. But anyway, we're dealing with this match right now.
There's no Ron Kelly in here to get a player of the carnival.
Let's not
47%.
Let's not talk about that, mate. I'm still a sore point to this day. And yes, Rory, I am.
Yeah, I'm glad you're in the Challenger, actually.
Yes, Robbo, come on, mate.
I'm not.
What?
Rather be playing the pros, but anyway.
You're in the Challenger or Pros?
Challenger.
Challenger.
So, Robbo looking to take a 3-0 lead. This has been a very error-ridden match so far from Justin.
Yeah, this could have easily been the other way around.
Where was this when I needed it? Oh, no, I was the one making errors, that's right.
I saw your match yesterday. You had your chance.
It was garbage.
It's surprising this, like, just Justin's looked in great form this whole 8 or 9 days. 7 days. When do we get it? Wednesday? What's today?
Wednesday, yep.
So it's been a week. And the schedule's just run perfectly as well. It's been amazing to see this.
I mean, I've just been asked what the new formula is to determine the Australian team. Honestly, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's basically you take the circumference of the pineapple, you divide it by the square root of a standard size orange, and then you multiply it by 6 bananas. And that's your Australian team.
While eating a pizza.
I've got no idea what it is really. I just know it does take into account your best 3 of your last 5 nationals that you've played, which obviously if you're a first year player, you've only got 1 to choose, and that's it.
And there's also a good chance that you do get points for making a final or winning a plate, Australian singles, doubles, things like that. I think it all comes into account.
Go, Robbo.
So 3-0. This is the start I actually didn't think was going to happen.
Wow, he hot racked. Who racked that? Was that he racked it himself?
Look where the white's
Look at the tactics. Look at the tactics. No, I think he's on the yellow still. But does he want the reds?
Mark has been saying how every time that he plays in these things and it's international rules, even on these tables, it makes me happy. Just he really enjoys this format, these rules. So yeah, this is actually the last time we're going to be playing world rules, I think, at nationals, and in a way it's a bit sad, but it's moving forward. It's good. It's a good thing.
What would you have taken?
Well,
would you have taken the yellows?
I think he was only on the yellow.
Well, that's a good argument.
So there's a fair chance I probably would have got yellows, but
I just feel they're a little awkward.
Yeah, so on these tables and feeling awkward, I'm instantly just sort of.
I wonder if the 3-ball plant is on there, yellow, black, yellow to the corner.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a little thin on the second yellow.
Yeah.
I think he's looking at it, is he? He is playing it, so maybe it is there. Oh, no. Oh, I tell you, these cameras are doing it. Dan, you've got the cameras at the height that actually does me head in.
Actually, this is perfect. He's landed mint here.
Yes.
He wants to play this with a little bit of pace. If he underplays it, I don't think he's going to get enough movement. But he wants to sort of play it hard enough so the black hits the red, and they open up a little bit. He's just got to be careful of white here. White's going to be going up the table. See how hard he hits it.
I think you're right, Mick. He'll give it a little bit, and always give it too much.
Yeah. So I
think it was hard to separate the black, no matter what happened there.
Realistically, he probably wanted to hit it twice as hard as that and actually get a lot of movement on those balls. But if he's any chance of winning this frame, he needs to either pull up now or possibly play a double, get that ball out and play the bottom ball if you can and go into the black and go game from there.
Yeah, and I think also if you hit that last shot twice as hard, the white obviously throws a little wider. He may not have got as good a contact. So
yeah. So if knowing all that, maybe just bring your yellows down and play the frame out. You're 3-0 down. you can see, so he's doing that now, but the issue is here that the top of the table doesn't actually mean anything. So Mark will probably just send his red down and say, all right, just back to you, Josh.
Yeah, and he'll probably put the white ball in a very similar position what it is now, probably a little bit more to the left.
So I don't mind actually the red ball being sort of on the blue spot like on a snooker table here and leaving the white on the nameplate at the top. Just you've got reds everywhere. You got soldiers covered all over the field. It's good, you know. Well, might just go game. Who knows?
He's gone for the double. Wow.
Yeah.
But he's still looking good, isn't he? This frame.
Yeah. But even if you got that, like the out wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't guaranteed. So I think 3-0. I think it's time to just maybe make sure of things, because if you can go 4-0 up or 5, you're almost not guaranteed the match, but it's going to take a lot for you to win it.
So there's a million questions being fired about international rules and all this sort of stuff, and you know we're playing the international rules at the moment, so we may as well talk about it. So you know there's questions in regards to why we're using supreme tables. Well, that's just purely logistic things. You try and get 16 or 20 supreme tables at the moment. It's just not possible.
Yeah, we've only just changed the rules, so it's going to take a couple of years to filter.
Yeah, this is just an experimental, you know, an introduction to the rule set. It's not the main tournament of this event. Personally, I think the general consensus around the room is most people want the change to happen next year for it to be full blown introduced into the tournament.
I think there's a good chance it will be at the Nationals, and I really think that if the organisers are listening to this, if they were going to obviously introduce international rules next year, and we're still playing on these tables, to change the cloth. The 6-8 double one that's drawn does not work for these rules. They need to change to either snooker cloth or the super fine stuff. And I think I've had these tables with snooker cloth on them, and they run just as good as the Supreme. They're amazing. They're beautiful to play on, and you know, people might say they wear out a little bit, but the cloth isn't as thick. So when you get those sort of train track lines or whatever you want to call them, they don't hurt as much when you run over them. So yeah, if we play Nationals next year, international rules on super fine cloth or snooker cloth, which is basically just, think of it like grass. If you don't know much about a cloth, you can have really short grass, which is only a few mil thick, or maybe grass that's maybe 5 or 6 or 7 mil thick. And if this cloth here is actually quite thick, so if we played on thinner cloth, the table will run better, the balls will slide in a bit easier, and it would suit these rules.
Look at this shot from Justin. That is a great shot.
It's a good shot.
That is actually the best shot we've seen in this match thus far.
So Mark actually has to have an attempt here to get out and hit a red. So they're probably coming off one rail where he is now and coming down to the bottom left. And he has to hit a rail as well, so he's going to have to hit this quite hard.
The interesting part is, let's say, and he's a decent chance here to ball. Let's say he gets ball in hand. The black's obviously a massive issue. What do you do to play a yellow? You're going to play the bottom ball, give yourself some angle to try and nudge the right red. He's found one anyway, so he's okay.
I'm actually playing the ball in the top left, the one on the right, and actually screwing straight back down into the reds and black. So therefore, I have an opportunity to play a yellow at the top or the bottom end of the table. Hence, depending on where the black lands. That's the way I see it quickly.
Justin may flick off this and look for a very similar white ball. He's got good line if he can flick off this and take the white ball off side cushion, top cushion, in behind the yellows again.
So the reason why Justin's looking for another snooker is because he wants ball in hand, so he can sort of manipulate.
Oh no, he's gone cushion first again.
Oh,
Played it well.
Yeah, good shot.
For some reason, that yellow that Justin has exactly where it is important to him. Maybe the shot I said wasn't there. It looked good on camera, but everything looks easy on camera.
Coming behind it was good, but the thing is here, Justin can, if Justin left himself at the top of the table, or Mark left Justin at the top of the table, I think Justin can play off the cushion and onto the yellow. But
And Robbo there's just played a good container. He's just said, well, you know what, I'm not giving you open slather on these yellows that are on. And make you do something special if you want to win this frame here. And Justin's looking for another safety.
Make you work for it. We're having a chat to Stacey Vine yesterday, and Stacey was just saying whenever I'm feeling like we're behind at a match or tired, I just make them work. Just hang in there and make them work. And I've got full respect for Stacey's game. I think he is one of the best players in the room at shot selection and everything. He's just
he's a hard man to beat.
He's a very hard man to beat, and it's an honour to play him. To tell the truth, I wish when I was growing up, I wish when I was started, I had a player like him that I could literally just play every day. Now I did have certain players, but he's absolutely brilliant.
No, I agree with you. I said to Stacey after I played my quarter final against him in this, I said I'd love to spend a few sessions with you. Some of the things he did with the white, the way he mapped things, weirdly, I've obviously been amongst the greatest players in Australia for a long time, but it just felt different. And Mark's opened up. I think he's done enough there, has he?
Yeah, should have. He may even be able to play the bottom right and stunt into the red and black again.
I think that red goes in the middle, so I think he's all right.
Yeah. We'll soon know after this shot. Does that red pass the yellow in the corner pocket? You'd want to be nicely on it.
Pretty confident it does as well.
So here comes that shot. We'll see if he stuns into it.
I think he's going to pull back here. I don't think he needs to go into it. Oh, I think he did try and slide across it. Yeah, I think you're right.
I can see his face. I know that face. That's that face. That morning 7 o'clock face.
Only you see him at that time, mate, when you just wake up together.
No. We're in separate rooms. It's very important this frame. 4-0. So Justin will have to win the next 5 in a row to take the lead. That's a big ask.
Oh, he's just flicked that yellow. Has he made that red not on? Look on his face says, I am not happy with that shot at all.
So here's a shot right here. Mark might play the red centre, stun across to the left, and then play red onto yellow, and then stun under the black for a snooker.
I'm going to need you to draw lines for that one, mate. I didn't take any of that in.
Knock in the red. It's near towards Mark, near the pocket.
Yep.
Come across to the left and play red onto the yellow. Knock the yellow in and stun across under the red.
Wow, that is not an easy shot.
So he's looking at it right now.
That angle that Dan's given us, it looks tight. That shot you're saying is not
just pop this and stun out, or just roll it in and stun out. Roll it in and come out.
Going to go up and down.
No, he's gone into it.
No, he's trying to get on it. No, he's trying to get on it.
Yeah.
Because I still think this red goes in the middle.
Not sure what he's trying to do there. Actually.
I think he's tried to go more to the left-hand side and get on the red at the bottom right.
Or maybe the red goes, yeah.
And even if it doesn't go in the middle, he can play it long. So he's just mucked up position.
Yeah. He's just wanted to get on with it, I reckon.
Do you think he's going to flick up this and try and play the white ball under the yellow?
I thought he was going to actually try and knock this red at the top corner.
No, he's going to play a safety, surely.
Maybe, yeah.
I think he's going to flick this, take this off the side cushion, bottom cushion, in behind the yellow of his own.
Well, he's lining up. It wouldn't surprise me if he tries to knock this in.
I think maybe he thinks it's on.
The top corner.
No, to the middle.
It's on, wow. Oh no, it's not on.
That's good enough. He's played that in mind though with safety.
Right.
Justin has a chance, so this does go top right, and I don't think he can really deny it. I think he has to take it on.
No. This is that time now. You can you knock this in, you might be able to win the next 1 or 2 and bring it back.
That's what I'm saying. You don't deny this. Take it on.
There's probably no safeties either, to tell the truth.
Well, you could play it to the top left and try and screw the white ball back, kind of in line with the red. That's an option, but I don't like it. I think you've 3-0 down. You've made some errors, and this is your chance to kind of redeem those errors a little bit. Get a frame on the board.
just want to play this.
And of course, this is an easy shot sitting here, so you shouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
And he has not missed it. He's banged it in. It's a beautiful shot. He's just come a little closer to the cushion than we would have liked, because he would have much preferred to play the higher of the two. Still might be able to dig into it a bit if he doesn't like the one that's closer to the baulk line, and I think that's what he probably will do. Just jack up a touch.
Should be right here.
Played it well.
Yeah. Still the wrong side. He's going to have to come
I think
up
he's
and
fine
down.
here, mate. No, I think he's absolutely fine. I think he can just draw straight back here.
Not play top.
No, I think he's actually got the angle just to draw straight back. There you go.
Yeah, you're right.
He's actually underhit that by probably a foot. He still should be fine, of course, but optimal would have been an extra foot.
So big frame here.
Yes, Justin.
That's it, 3-1. That was definitely a frame that he needed.
I just had a comment wondering if Neil was actually watching Robbo play. Neil Robertson, if you're watching this stream, throw a little comment in the chat and say, hi, this is Neil. Just in case you're using some weird alias.
One of your fake accounts, so you don't
Like,
get bombarded.
like I'm the greatest WoW player 2022 or something like that you come up with.
What we'll do is I'll just put his number up here on the screen so
everyone can contact him.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be impressed. Alright, 3-1.
That was one that Robbo let go this time.
But you're still happy being 3-1 up?
Oh, I think you're over the moon given the chances you've been given. Justin's found the ball. They're awkward though.
Doesn't look happy.
When does he ever look happy though? Must be fair.
Sage. How do you say his name?
I think Justin could actually win $6 million in Tats Lotto and still look exactly like he does right now.
And you know what? He'd still go to the pokies, put his card in and get his free coffee.
Now, we're not saying that Justin's tight by any means, but we're just saying he doesn't like to spend money. Good opener. Good position.
Sounds like it's raining outside. Or is it just fans? Fans? Plenty of fans.
Nice pot. Has angle now to get into these two awkward yellows.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to go into it with a little bit of pace or whether he's just going to try and open up.
Been an interesting match so far. I think when Justin's been committing to the clearance from shot one, he's looked a neater player, but then suddenly has just let a couple of final ball pots slip. If he corrects that, it could be dangerous for Robbo to continue getting free frames on the board.
So he might be trying to just roll up to the red here, open up the yellows, roll up to the red.
He's actually played for that double kiss. That's a good shot.
I'm not sure if he's played for that double kiss.
I reckon
That's
he has.
almost. I don't think that double kiss is. No.
No?
No.
I think he has.
I'd like to ask him actually later.
Because he's hit it too hard, because it would have come off the side cushion into the red. He just hit it way too hard to not play
Yeah,
it.
maybe. Just seems like a shot that wasn't. I don't know.
The other thing I have to wonder is if he was actually trying to pot it, the double
Maybe,
kiss too,
maybe.
because they both separated quite nicely towards pockets. So. Good pot. We have some questions about where would one find international rules.
Wait, what?
Where would one find international rules? I'm pretty sure if you just Google international rules, if you Google Supreme Rules, because it's pretty much the same thing, you'll find a copy. There's a few videos floating around as well of explanations between the difference between the two-shot rules and international rules. It's actually quite incredible how many people that play the game aren't even aware of this rule set even existing yet, which blows my mind.
And the world rules has been around for what, 25 years, and a lot of people don't even know all the rules still. So I'm going to try and hit the yellow here and open everything up.
Oh, he's hit it too thick. Too thin, sorry. He's got a good white and he says sorry. I don't know. Justin probably won't feel that bad with that red sitting on the left side of the table.
Where those yellows go? They look like they're blocking each other.
I think the one that's closer to the middle does go. You think he's just going to play safety on the bottom yellow. What's he do? He's going for the thin chop in the middle. And knew it wasn't in off, judged it well, but the pace. He's on the ball on the bottom left, so he's looking all right here again.
He's not really hampered either. He actually landed in between the two reds, so should actually make this out. Looking a bit bamboozled as always. Having another look at those balls.
Yeah, it's very important as well that he gets off both cushions here. He doesn't want to be tucked under the bottom cushion, doesn't want to be on the side cushion. Got to give himself angle to get back to this sort of more central to the table.
Trying to screw out here.
That's no good.
Not,
Had to be off both cushions.
Yeah, he actually wanted to come out in between the two reds to give himself an option. So, yeah, just imagine that white sort of to the right, maybe, you know.
Even half a foot's fine.
That's right, yeah, half a foot. And he could play the bottom right yellow if he wanted to, come up the table, play the yellow closest to the centre pocket.
We've got a should be over call, but might be a bit premature. This is tough. I don't think Justin wants that in, and he doesn't pot it.
Now,
do you think Mark would just go berserk here on that double? Do you think he'll just fully commit to it, or do you think he'll play the ball up on top end of the table near the black and get a snook on the one over the pocket?
I could love to pot a ball here and actually play the red down over that pocket.
You know what he might do? He might take the long pot on. He'll look at it as a do or die shot.
There's merit here to try and maybe get something up near the black.
He's taking it on.
I
don't blame him.
No. Because he can lay a good snooker if he gets it.
This is it. Wasn't easy.
But if he did pot that, you can see that he could knock in the red, like one of the middle reds, and then maybe roll the other red over near the pocket and take the pocket. Probably the only time that's taking the pocket's good.
And I was just wondering why the ladies' final is actually been postponed tonight. I'm not sure exactly the reason. I just know that there's been an agreement to postpone it. So I think it's 9 o'clock in the morning or something. So
same time as the semi-finals of the Australian singles.
So Justin's land on this pretty good. As good as he could have asked, to be honest.
Oh,
he's missed
wow.
it. Not only that, he wasn't even that great on the yellow. So
I mean, he was still fine, but
okay, yeah, Jamo, there's no commentary, mate. None at all. We're talking for the fun of talking. No one else can hear us. He's underhit this. This is some lazy pull out there. You got to remember as well, it is now 8:15 and most of these guys have been playing all day.
And all day yesterday, and all day the day before, and all day the day before.
Basically all day for the entire week. Yeah. It's been a grueling, but I love it. I have no complaints about it at all. I love it. I think I might be a bit more seasoned than most. And I'm getting older.
Yeah.
The more table time, the better, I say.
This is definitely a position Mark wants to be in, but obviously taking his chances.
Good
Oh,
shot,
wow.
misses the cannon, goes close to win off, but not.
Come on, Robbo. Come on, Robbo.
This is tough too.
I feel that Mark, and I actually said this to him, he needs to get the lead and needs to hold it, because I think if Justin does come back and takes the lead later, I think he will take it in a way. I just know how Mark is right now. He's he doesn't have much left in the tank.
Ladies plate final tomorrow at 9, I've been told, followed by the singles after that is the, I believe, the current call. This is the first time I've ever read chat with so much interest in the ladies.
Oh!
Good to see what a shot that is. That's the shot of the international tournament thus far. Excellent shot. And he's actually, I think he's actually still a little off angle, amazingly. I think he's got too much angle. I think the natural line's going into the red, is it? Can he get through it? Play it with some left-hand side and try and, at worst, flick off the red and carry the white through.
He might have to come under the black here.
Yeah, if he's not sure at all, he can play for the other same pocket.
Maybe half ball it.
Yeah, he's gone the cannon, that's gone. That's worked out horrible. I think he was safer to stun behind it, play the same pocket.
Yeah.
Look at this shot. That's not a poor shot, but this is a poor shot. And now we're going to see him have a full-blooded go at going up and down, try and chop this in the top left. And he's missed it by 16 kilometres. Wow, that's actually missed by a long, long way too. Now, if you're Justin here, Mick, do you put the ball on for the ball down the rail on these tables? Remember, these are not Supremes.
Trying to get 2 shots here.
Or do you play the cannon on the ball in the middle? I think this is the correct shot.
This is the right shot.
This is the correct shot
Right.
all the time.
Right behind it, soft stun, and then it's all over.
Come on, Robbo.
This is what I mean. And this is what can happen. These tables, you have to have tightened up a touch. Since the start of the tournament,
100%.
we were here on Wednesday night and we were laughing at how big these pockets were because they were sliding all over the place, and we knew after a few days they'd tighten up, and indeed they have a touch.
I can tell you now, Mark is going to knock this in. Even if he knocks the black in or knocks the black, he knows this is a big opportunity.
I think he'll actually screw off this behind the black. I think he'll play this.
No, I think he's
No,
just
you
gonna
can't
roll
put the
in.
black in the same shot. It's not a win of fun.
I know. It's a hard enough shot as
What
it
a shot.
Great shot, buddy.
is. It's a hard enough shot as it is.
I'll tell you what's important about that is he's just given away ball in hand after an awful attempt, and he's punished an awful error from his opponent.
Yes,
And that's big. That'll do him the world of good. And I'll
So I
guarantee you
think-
Justin goes for a toilet break after that because he's going to go look at himself in the mirror for about 5 minutes.
So I think the problem here. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Justin should have played that a tad harder. On these tables, you need to play them a tad harder because they've had a fair bit of use and they can get caught in some fingerprints and roll left to right. Now that
That's
may
fair.
have tipped off at the end, so Justin should have known to play that a little bit harder. That's number one. Number two, if this was obviously this is Supreme rules, international rules, but if this was the Supreme table, that shot there you can have your life on. Like you can't miss that shot down the rail. You can just nip it in. They're always going to go in, and that's the beauty about the Supreme tables. Where honestly, all those guys out there that haven't played on Supremes and say that it's not a good thing, honestly, have a go, and I promise you now, you'll enjoy it. These tables make you play bad. They can make you play bad.
It's not only that, but because it's not so much the
hard.
pockets. It's not so much the pockets that make the Supremes play well. It's the cloth.
Yeah.
They're much faster, and it's not as easy as you think to plan them because you'll lose the white easy if you're not used to the speed.
Yeah. If you were if you were
Here comes Robbo now. He's going to come over, have a chat.
I just said that he should. We're still going there. I said that he should have knocked it a little bit harder. You can't play those shots just.
So just to explain again, just in case you've just joined in and are watching this halfway through the match or whatever. So the plate, basically, it's just a fancy name for a tournament that's been created to just play play the international rules. So that way people can understand the rules, get used to the rules, play the rules in preparation for what most likely will happen next year, is that the international rules will come in as the normal tournament, replace the two-shot rule. So this is an introduction to all players that have played at national level this year. And I think it's been a great addition. We've even had a 6-red shootout comp. Had Scotch doubles. It's been a crazy schedule.
Yeah, crazy. And they're down to the last 10, I think, in the
6-red?
In the 6-red.
Are you still going in that, Mick?
I am, yes.
I thought you would be. You'd rate yourself favourite to win that, wouldn't you?
No, I don't. People keep saying that.
Mate, you told me you had it all worked out last time I spoke. You said, I know how to shoot sub 20 every time.
No, you're dreaming.
Oh, wow. So Robbo continues to allow Justin to try and get back in this match.
Yeah, Mark just said that his break isn't working and he's going to try something different.
The storm's coming.
And he tries something different, winning off. So, back to the drawing board for that one.
Well, Mark, I mean, if you go back and watch this, I think the storm is coming.
Yeah, on your forehead.
So Justin's having a good look at this, trying to work out what balls he wants, because they both have a bit of congestion about them, but I feel reds offer more value, at least in the initial stages.
This is a shot here. Just wants to clear this red, come out for the middle right red, and then he can work something out from there. Got to suck in that 6-pack of his.
Yeah, not a lot of effort required there. Ripped young lad.
So predictions so far, it looks like you're on track. Yeah. Oh, would I predict an 8-5, and you're an 8-5.
I said no. You said that's 9 for starters.
Oh, 9. Sorry.
So you said 9-6. I said
no one's winning.
You said 9-6, Justin.
Yeah.
I said 9-5 to Robbo.
9-5's looking more realistic at the moment.
It is, but a long way to go.
Looking forward to play the Challenger Series next year. I think personally you do well in it.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it yet at this stage, to be honest.
Well, I'm just going to remind you.
I'll get through this year first and then worry about it.
Yeah. And the time that you've had on some of the Supreme tables, you've enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played on Supreme since the Worlds, 2011 or whatever it was that I played in it last, so it's been a good decade. But,
is that when we went?
It was, yeah. But it's a different game, and I think at the moment it's creating a bit of a buzz because people they feel like it's something new, and how long will that last is the question. I think the longevity of it is there. I think the rule set change is there. I think everything's on the right track.
You got to admit, like, A-ball in Australia and around the world is actually healthy. There's so many things going on around the world. A-ball is very healthy. I think it'd be nice to have obviously one rule set, but
it'd be nice to have him in the Olympics, to be fair. That's a great shot from Justin. I think he's actually on this red in the middle. Yeah. But he may have to actually play this with right hand side, which actually help him with the pot if it's thin. The amount of red he can hit.
So he pretty much wants to come up and down the table here, and say on a clock face, sort of aim sort of like 3 o'clock. See where that red dot is on the white ball? That's pretty much where he wants to hit.
Yeah.
So just to the right side of it. So that way when it comes up the table where he's standing now, exactly where he's got his cue, it will come back down sort of straight or back to the right a little bit.
I'd personally be aiming a little higher on the white than that. Not,
Yeah.
if you want me to get really
Yeah.
crazy about it all, but you don't want to accidentally pull the white to the left.
No.
And you can see, well, it doesn't. You can't even tell where he's hit it there, but actually that line was way different than what I thought. It was thicker than I thought. The contact, but he's not.
Just another mistake. Just not happening. Come on, Justin, you're going to lose me money.
That's right. We had 30 grand or something on this, didn't we?
I'll remember that soon. So he's going to go full-blooded here to try and hit the red. Full ball, or close to full ball, and pot it in the bottom right-hand corner.
More chance. Oh, that looked dodgy. Yeah, he's even touched the white with his cue, he knows.
Trent stepped in, done his...
the one thing he's need to do for the entire match,
Yeah.
and probably, other than press a button on a phone over and over again.
That's not even him, that's actually the others who are doing that.
So one would have to feel, with the red completely dead on the bottom rail, that this should not be missed. Sorry for the pause there.
What an opportunity here. 5-1.
Try to get the black off the cushion there, just make life a touch easy, because he knew he had a million linking balls.
The bottom right one closest to the pocket possibly will be his last.
I love that he's taking this now, and he's just going to take the same line back up the right side of the table. He would have just had a whole bunch of choice of balls if he had played a plain ball, but his white ball's that good, he doesn't care and just plays for one ball. Which is the last yellow now, Nick, as you look at these?
I thought it might have been the bottom right one.
I still think it's the bottom right one.
So he's going to play bottom right, middle left, bottom right, come off one rail and land just to the bottom left corner of that black spot.
That is a great call. That's exactly the mapping I see as well.
In that case, it's wrong. Oh, we just heard a bit of a miscue on another
Miscue
table.
on the Masters table.
And they've ripped the cloth. So just wants to stop the white here. The reason why he wants to stop the white like that is so, I don't even think he did it.
Well, he can still, he's got
annoyed.
the angle just to screw across a bit, he's fine.
He's annoyed. So in a way you wanted to stop it a bit more so you can actually pot the yellow and come off the bottom cushion and then
go
back
into
up
the
to where he...
line.
Exactly, that's right. Exactly.
Sorry,
where
finish your sentence
No,
there,
it's
mate.
fine. All good, mate.
Shut up while I'm interrupting you, alright?
That's he'll screw back into it now. So yeah, that's perfect. Well, not perfect, but
Yes, Robbo, good.
It'll do.
Come on, mate.
So you might think, oh wow, he's still on it anyway. He's perfectly on the yellow, but at this level, these guys are looking for certain angles to make. There's a reason why that top players land on their final ball all the time and just roll them in. They don't have big, long, dodgy ball blacks, or
Spot on,
things like
mate.
that. So they're always trying to land on certain sides of the ball. Now, I know it looks tough, but I think he just needs to roll this one in the
I
centre.
think he's toying with the idea of the top, but I believe he needs to play the single. No, he's going to go top.
Go to the top. Just roll it in, put it over the pocket.
That's missed. Oh, he's left the door open as well. That's a bad shot. I really think he should have played that in the middle the entire time.
If he's going to play at the top, I probably would have played at half that pace, even though knowing that it might roll off. Because I think Justin is 10 to 1 to actually knock that red in.
Yeah, fair. Well, he's a much higher percentage chance now. That's a big door he's left open there, and I don't know, those balls in the middle like that, I just like to drag them in. And
Say that again.
the ball in the middle that he denied, I like to play them, just drag them in.
Yeah.
Just give the ball every chance for the pocket to take it.
I think it's going to go too far to the left, this shot.
Yeah, you're
too
right.
far to the left.
That's miles off, actually.
Yep. And Justin's gonna. Oh, he was gonna give up one, but he thought, you know what, Mark might miss this.
Yeah, I think he's feeling a bit dejected at the moment, Justin.
Things aren't happening.
Yeah. Well, he's just not capitalising on chances.
Not at all.
And to be fair, I don't think Mark's really done that much capitalising either. There's been a lot of errors this match. It's a tired match, I guess.
That's exactly what it is.
Finds a ball. I think Justin's had first chance at the table more than what Mark has so far. Just hasn't been able to get the job done yet.
The balls haven't been sort of nice as well.
Agreed.
They've been a bit clustery.
This is not a bad chance, though, to be fair. His opening shot's a bit tricky because he wants to run through a bit because they're so close together. It's just a little tricky.
Yeah.
5-1 though sounds like an awful scoreline, obviously, but Justin does have the gusto to bring himself back into matches. So
Sure does. And the thing is,
good shot.
yeah, it was a good shot. And Justin's actually not far off at taking over this match as well. Like he's literally only been a ball off here or there. It's been a weird match.
Yeah, if he let's say he runs this and then he runs the next frame as well, like Mark drives, breaks, and it's 5-3. You probably don't feel that bad given the level that he's played at.
Yeah.
But obviously we're a while off that happening yet. I'm just wondering if he can play the yellow to the right corner. You can see here that only the top one passes of those, so the left one passes those two that are in a line. So I think you just drop this in. You know you're going to go high. Okay, he's gone for the other one.
Beat that red.
I don't know about that shot.
He needed to actually come across about another foot so he can play the yellow that he's going for
Stun
now.
to the
Stun across back to where he is.
Yeah, agreed.
So,
I think that was his intention.
or he can roll through and play both those yellows in the middle right. So
He's actually landed probably in the only spot he doesn't want to be.
no, it's another frame that he needs to decide to pull up stumps or. And yeah.
So I don't think he can top through this either. The bottom. I think the red's in the way. So he's tried to. Oh, that's
what
a
a
great
great
shot.
shot.
That's a great shot.
Top it. And I applaud for the good shot.
That was. I'd love to learn that shot. I'll ask you to teach me how to play that shot.
It's actually just a well-timed top spin.
That's why I can't play.
So he arcs it. He actually plays top, but arcs it with the speed. The speed with the arc, yes, it was a very good shot.
Jeez, I tell you what, I feel he has to play this long stun onto the red, because if he plays this in the middle, he can't hold on the black. So I think he's got to play this long stun on the red to give himself a drop in.
No, he's going to screw back a little bit with the centre ball.
Oh, well, okay, that was nowhere near the angle I thought. I thought it was going into the reds. So I'll shut up.
Oh, not
Lazy.
again, Justin.
That's
Not
lazy.
again.
That is lazy.
That is 100% over. And I say that, and you might think, why? Mark will now knock in a red, play a red down the rail, and knock Justin's ball in, and pretty much snooker Justin. So as long as you, in this rule set, as long as you hit your red, if you knock in one of their balls, it's okay. if you hit your red and knock your red in and knock one of their balls in, like that, not like that, but
Like
then
what's
you
about to
continue.
happen.
So Mark's going to play red onto yellow. Now, if that red drops with the yellow, Mark continues. If that red stays on the table, then it's changeover. It's not a foul, it's just a change of turn. So Mark's going to try and get that white ball up to where he is now. He's going to play off one cushion, and where his hand is at the top, that's where he's possibly going to try.
I'm just wondering if he's a bit straight and he might pop the other red first. So he's checking to see if
Maybe,
it
yeah.
goes, because that way he can create himself a better line.
Yeah, good call, but then he's losing balls to Snooker behind.
Well, it's the same line, isn't it? It's the same line as the other red, so
Maybe it does look a bit straight, actually. So there it is.
he hasn't got
He's
where he wanted.
Snooker. No.
He has given Justin a chance top left.
But you can see now how Justin's got one more shot now, and if he doesn't get this, it's curtains.
And I guess the main aim for international rules is to remove as much, I guess, slow play as possible where the game is more aggressive.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's better for TV. And
But
moving
there's still,
forward.
I've been involved in frames where you've gone 15 minutes and we haven't even potted a ball. We're still trying to nick a ball off, a cushion and leave a safe white. Like there's a lot of tactics in this game.
But that is the minority of frames,
Yeah,
though, which
yeah,
is.
correct.
What's he doing here?
Centre
He's going
pocket.
to play it off the red in the
Centre
middle.
pocket. Black ball centre pocket.
Off the red.
Yep.
No,
He's missed it.
long way
it's
off.
still hard.
Long
hard
yeah,
shot.
yeah, it's tough. We're making it sound like it's not that big, not that hard a shot, and he's missed it by a mile. But these are tough shots he's having to be forced to be playing.
Well, in my mind, I got that.
I haven't missed that since forever.
When you're commentating and you're missing balls, Jamie, then you've still got a problem.
Well, this is why I commentate, mate, because I haven't been missing yet. Everything's easy.
So what do you do here? Like, if you're Justin, what do you do? Like, are you going to the toilet, splashing some water on your face, going for a quick, this might sound stupid, but I've even gone outside and gone for a quick sprint, even 50 metres or 100 metres, to get the blood flowing,
Have you really?
to get your body...
You're mental.
It works. It works. You have to change something, like, change anything.
No, you've just got to not play lazy shots like you just played.
So change something. Go out, do something.
Concentration level needs to be lifted, not take those easy ones for granted.
Well,
I think it's an execution thing. I don't think it's a go for a 100-metre sprint thing.
I think it's a table thing, to be honest with you. I think the shots that he's missed is because he's hit them too soft.
Yeah, it could be.
So the last 2 or 3 shots that he's hit, if he hit them a bit harder, so Mark's going to probably stunt to the rail here, left-hand side.
He's going to play for the other one, is he? No.
No, left-hand side.
And just a note on skill shots as well. Skill shots are way harder to nail on these than what they are on Supremes. Much, much harder. The momentum doesn't carry through as much as what the Supremes do with the napless cloth. It's, a bit trickier to play. But you do see him.
Yeah, that's a good shot because he wanted to be on the rail there so he can pot this and stun down. It's pretty much where that black dot is in the middle of the table.
Yeah, anywhere high
Yeah.
is fine.
That's a good shot.
Yes, Robbo, come on, mate.
6-1. I did not see this coming.
I did, and
Yes, Robbo. Yes, Robbo.
Yeah, I put 2 on. Now we get an echo. Very unexpected, but you get 2 class players in any final, and it's very rare to actually see both players play at a high standard, because when one's playing at a high standard, the other one's normally actually sitting down watching. It's a massive break. Not a ball in. So I feel that this is pretty much at the point of no return for Justin. He needs to start capitalising on these opportunities. It isn't straightforward. Possibly, definitely yellows here. That yellow at the bottom right. You can play yellow off red and open up that that dead yellow at the bottom right corner where he's at now. So he can play that first up if he wants, but if he misses it, he's in trouble. So he may play a yellow first to cement himself on yellows, and then he can continue from there. So Mark broke, come up dry, and Justin's left with this opportunity. Just relaying this back to Jamie. So I was saying to everyone just before that Justin can open up the yellow off the red bottom right corner. Play yellow off red and open up the other yellow.
And
if he gets an opportunity.
For me, it looks like he's got to hit it skinny off the red. But the camera angles just deceived me all week, so he can probably play it half ball and it's perfect.
Yeah, but even like if he plays like a soft quarter ball, I know it's still harder, but he's only got to move the red a ball. He does want to be nicely on it too. So he doesn't want this to interfere. It hasn't. No, that's good.
I still think that shot's dodgy.
Which one?
The yellow off the red. It looks tricky to me.
It's not easy.
He's got bigger issues at the moment, being that the white ball is not in a good position to transition now off this ball.
So here's the thing.
Going to snooker, I think.
Justin's tried to finish a bunch of frames now and failed. So, do you continue or do you not?
So he'd have snookered against me there last night. He would have played the snooker for sure.
Do you start pulling up? You pull up, and I mean, you're looking at Mark, and Justin knows Mark's tired. Now, if I was Justin, I would have literally let Mark play 80 or 90% of the frames, or have a go because of how tired he is. But it's harder when you're out there too, because you get a situation where you think, you know what, I could go game, and then it doesn't happen, and you try again, it doesn't happen. It's
This shot that you've been talking about, Mick, like he's obviously he's got a lot more distance than what he wanted to play it, but I just don't think it's as easy as. I just don't think it's an easy shot. I think the yellow ball's going to the right rail. That's a great shot. And Mick has literally gone roaming commentator.
It's probably easier than what I thought.
Oh, it's easier than he thought.
What it looks like on here. It's still hard, but it's not as hard as what you think.
Well, the problem he's got now is he's actually got to hit it harder than what I think he needs to, because he's got to come off the side cushion and back across, and he wants to be pretty straight on that yellow because he needs to transition to the bottom ball. So
a lot has to go right here.
Yeah, this is awful for me.
If anything hit this too thick. Yeah, so too thick. Oh, it hasn't dropped. And
that's going to get pot now.
So you can see, like he did hit it. He hit it soft as well. He probably should have hit a little bit harder than that, but he had the wrong angle as well.
And this is a perfect example of international rules versus two-shot rules. So two-shot rules right now, you're thinking, I'm feeling great about this frame right now. I can't lose. Yellows are in complete control. And Robbo's about to play this one shot where yellows are about to feel the true meaning of death.
Feel the wrath.
He's going to play this, pick the gap between black and red, snooker on both balls.
He's going to come around with black and red to where his hand is now.
He's gone in off. That's a bad shot.
Oh, Robbo.
Now, Justin will try and play the skill shot here. He'll get right behind this yellow, play yellow onto red, try and follow the yellow in.
Nah, he'll just play yellow at the top corner. The red's too far out for that.
I disagree. I don't think it is.
Maybe. But you have to sort of screw off.
No,
yellow?
I think this one, because you can put the white ball right behind it, I think you can transfer the momentum pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
I think he's good here.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me though if he does take the yellow at the top corner. Or no.
He just wants to make sure he can get on the bottom rail. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Well, this is all he's got.
No.
No.
You can't play it like that. See, he's tried to.
So how else do you play that? Like, he's too close to the. I just don't think that shot was on from that distance.
I think it was, but he's hit that low on the white, and generally, yes, the soft screw is the way. But with that particular shot, because you can get so in line, I really do believe the plain ball, the momentum was fine.
And the reason why we say bottom on the white ball is because it does transfer side to the object ball. For those that don't think it does, you play bottom. Yeah, you play bottom on the white, and it transfers top to the object ball. So therefore, it runs forward. So if you want the object ball to sort of stop, you play top.
I'm not sure about this shot. Why would you not play the ball in the middle here?
That's a good shot. Now, the reason why that's a good shot is that we've discussed stuff like this before, and the power that you have the moment you cover one of their balls is crazy. And you don't see this too when you're watching, Supreme tables.
And the other thing too, for people that are only used to two-shot pool, they're probably thinking, "Oh my God, this rule set's awful." That's a foul. There's no cushion after contact. Because it's the tactics in this rule set are basically the opposite of two-shot pool. Balls over pockets are not your friend. In fact, they're the complete opposite. They are actually ways to lose frames and matches. And it looks really strange watching a rule set where a ball over the pocket has become your worst ally.
Now watch how bad Justin's going to be in trouble here.
Oh, he's going to be in all sorts.
Think of the worst situation we've been in, and times that by 2.
That's not nice.
And now Justin has to make a legitimate attempt, otherwise it loses a frame. But that's not going to happen. Justin will probably try and miss this on purpose.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's
smart. That's smart.
It's smart because you don't want to touch the red and yellow. Justin never, I can tell you now, Justin never wanted to touch his yellow there. He wanted a foul on purpose.
I think what Mark might do is put these in a straight line, punch the yellow around the table potentially. No, he's not going to do it. I thought he might punch it around the table and just get a snooker.
He may even prove a point here. Yeah. And I can tell you now, he may come and speak to us about this later. And I'm telling you now that
you know what, he may do this 3 or 4 times just to prove a point. But if Justin hits it, he could put him in.
That's nowhere near. Oh, maybe it is. Can't see Justin, move out the way.
You know what, if Justin just flicks it, he's going to keep doing it.
Mark needs to be careful here too, though.
Because if he does flick it, he could leave him no shot. And you're right, he's just making a point here.
Yeah, 100%.
He could go into he could actually leave himself an angle to come off bottom cushion, go into the red, open it up.
I'd be saying to Justin here, you really need to start making a bit more of an attempt.
Oh, he's gotten pretty close, but you're right, he's not trying to hit
it. But Justin can do this all day. So there's got to be a point here where you're one of the best players in Australia. If I said to you, okay, Justin, there's $1 million if you hit this yellow, do you think Justin's going to hit that yellow?
Of course he is.
Of course he is. So he's already had 3 visits at it. So I would say now, Justin, if you don't come within a couple of balls of it, then...
And what's the more interesting part about this is...
It's the red. Oh, no.
The more interesting part about it, he's been put in the same spot 4 times in a row now, and he knows how to make the adjustment to hit it.
Correct.
And he hasn't done it.
Correct.
He's played the same line every shot.
Correct. So I think Mark needs to play a similar safety, but try and get a red down there.
No, I think he can just play the red that he's been hitting, play the cannon off the back cushion into the red. If it doesn't work out, he's still got loads of options.
Yeah. Look, someone on yellows here should pretty much never win.
But I think you're right. I think Mark's just making a point there. You just want to see how many times Justin would play the exact same line.
The thing is here, Trent's done nothing wrong either. As an umpire, there's really nothing you can do in this situation. So Mark's had enough.
This is the shot.
Yeah.
It looks a little thin, Matt. That's better.
So he may come off the cushion and just nudge the red because he wants to leave the yellow there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only the red, yeah.
Exactly
That's the
like
shot.
that.
But he's actually giving himself a bit of hampered queuing. He wanted to hit that quarter ball, not half ball, or full ball like he has. If he loses his frame, he'll probably get a little frustrated, so he's got to be careful.
This goes in, which I think it will. And,
Honestly, we've just been speaking about why we think Mark's done that. I think he honestly was trying to prove a point. I think he's basically just showing everyone that's watching this, hey, Justin's not stupid enough to not know how to adjust his line after 4 attempts from exactly the same spot. And I think he's just making a point. It's an interesting one. It's something to talk about. It really is. I actually quite enjoyed watching that. That was
yeah, look, there's many flaws in any rule set. I can tell you now, there's a lot more in world rules than there is in these rules. These rules are pretty good.
Ooh, that's not ideal.
Yeah.
He's okay. No, he's okay.
The cloth.
I think he's okay. I think he can just sneak through past the black here. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Oh, that's how Steve does it.
And I like that that's happened, and we've got lots of chat about, you know, I'm not so sure about these rules anymore, blah blah blah, because of something contentious like that that's happened. It's just, I'm glad it's actually happened early rather than later, so people can see, hey, you know, these things can happen. But it's you have to remember, guys, this is not something that happens 1 in 10 frames, 1 in 20 frames, even 1 in 50 frames.
And
that stuff doesn't happen.
That's right, and you're talking about some of the best players in Australia as well. So at a different level, then, you know, they may not know how to adjust, or they might hit that centre pocket. But
it is an interesting point. The 3-foul rule, like in 9-ball, would be an interesting addition to the rule set. But when you've got ball in hand, I suppose it's the same in 9-ball. It's ball in hand. It's an interesting thing to think about.
You never know. It's 7-1.
6-1, is it?
No, 7-1.
7-1. Great break this time from Justin, and this time surely this time Justin gets these on the yellows.
Just getting the score updated. People have forgotten to just keep putting ones on Mark's name. 7-1. Do you think, what are the odds here for Justin to come back here?
I don't know about come back, but I think he's getting these.
Yeah. I can tell you now, if he doesn't get these,
Well, then he deserves to lose.
he's going to be 8-1 now.
I actually thought it was 5-1 and it's gone to 6-1, but yeah, you're probably right.
You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Is it 7-1 or 6-1?
I thought that was 6-1 now, but I could be wrong.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, it looks like
Greg Lowry from Tasmania has beaten Calvin Lee from SA.
Greg.
6-1?
7-1.
7-1.
Greg Larry, officially known as $4.
$4. Yeah.
That's his nickname, $4. Many people call him Lucky, but I call him $4.
Dominant performance there. I think Kelvin's last match actually went close to the wire. It was actually a close one.
So Justin's just got himself in a tricky position because the red is bothering him for optimal position. And there's a lot of talk now about deliberate fouls, blah, 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 and then comparing it to black ball. And I can tell you right now, black ball is 10 times worse for people deliberate fouling and not getting called loss of frame. It is awful to be a part of and watch. Awful. You want to talk about grey areas in rule sets, then black ball has the most grey area of any rule set going around.
I think I've played black ball once. I think I haven't actually played it at all. But from what I've heard overseas, it's amazing.
Anyway, it's great to see there's varied opinions, a lot of people having good opinions and negative opinions about what happened and the rule sets and everything, and that's all healthy. I think it's good to have conversation about it, but at the end of the day, progress is here. It's going to happen. If you don't like it, quit. If you want to keep playing, adapt. Simple as that.
Guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to be ready in 25 minutes?
A roast.
God damn, yeah.
So Justin is just not, he's not taking these as easy as what I expected him to be. That's a good recovery shot though. Wants to get near the side rail here so he can just stun across for an easy black.
Is he going to roll through? No, he's going to. I would probably
You
roll
think he's gonna
through
pick the
here
gap?
to the side rail if you can.
That's what I just said.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's looking at the gap between the two reds, but it looks awkward to get back on the black. So now he's looking at coming across.
He's got a smile on his face. He's not happy with his position. His partner's not here. I haven't seen yet. She's normally there watching him play in the Pocket Pro Series, picking up the check and the trophies every second weekend. Good shot. That's perfect.
That's a good shot.
Yeah. I don't think it's missable. He has to knock this in and actually stun across the table.
Yeah,
So
he wants
it's
to land
landing
on
in
the
the
blue
middle.
spot,
Yeah,
yep.
in the middle. So. Has he come far enough? No.
He hasn't, I don't
Not
think.
again, Justin. What have you done? Oh my gosh. He'll get this. He'll swerve. He'll get this.
Well, if it's only just a little swerve, he just has to play it with straight right hand side. But if it's a bit more than that,
I've done it 1,000 times already. This nationals as well. Under hit shots, stunning, screwing back, always under hit. No one very rarely. This is jack too high.
okay, well, that means he's got to swerve a fair bit.
You're probably better off to come off one rail and kick it up from behind and take it in the corner pocket. Yeah, like this. This is the safer shot.
He's just smashed it. That's frustration as well.
Oh, he's got his dead ball out too.
Wow. So it's just turnover. I'm trying not to get involved in this chat too much, Mick, but it is frustrating me a little, especially the people that are
I can't actually see it, and I've done that on purpose.
the
What's
black.
happening?
So there's a lot of comments about black ball is the ultimate rules because you can't cheat, you can't deliberate foul because it's lost a frame. But I'm telling you right now, I'll give you a perfect example of how you can cheat, so to speak, since you want to use those words. In black balls, if the black is right over the pocket, but there's like a millimetre gap that you can get through where it's not a re-rack of the frame, and a player goes up and down the table, they will deliberately not reach the pocket.
That's right, yeah.
And it will not be a loss of frame. It'll be like they might land within, I don't know, half a foot and then, I've underhit it. And it won't be a loss of frame. It'll just be a foul. And don't even try and tell me it won't. I've been to Worlds twice now and I've seen it happen multiple times. So anyone that is a black ball player and says no, that never happens is
Here's the
absolutely
thing too.
delusional.
I don't know too much about black ball, but I can tell you now, international rules or these rules are going to be the dominant rules forever, for the next 15 or 20 years, or longer.
Who knows what rule set's going to come in the future.
It will phase out, I think. World rules, black ball, it will do all that. But at the end of the day, you know what? It's good that we have. It's good that we have all these rules as well.
I've actually heard they're going to bring in a new rule set with a table that actually has 8 pockets. So they're going to have 2 sets of middle pockets.
More luck.
And an 8 foot table. Imagine that. Wow.
And he's gotten lucky too.
He has played that with a lot of side. That is actually.
And he's got lucky. He's got lucky too.
That is the score. That is the score line.
What? The Storm.
The Storm. He's 7-1 up when the Storms arrived. He's an imbecile, this bloke. I tell you, how is he such
Go
a
on,
good player?
Jazzy, knock it in.
How is he such a good player with the mental state that he has right now? Oh, great shot! Great shot. That's, did play that with a lot of left-hand side and missed the pot.
Mark kept thinking about they haven't updated the score yet, but they have.
So it is 7-1 now. It's 7-2.
Wow. Will that come back to haunt him? We'll be here for another 3 hours.
So, Gary, just getting back to your DF as a loss of frame, how can you determine what is classified as a DF or not? Maybe they just underhit the ball. Maybe they just underhit it. How do you judge the skill level of a player? Maybe the player's an F-grade player and can't even get out of a snooker off one cushion and he misses it by 6 foot. Is it a deliberate foul or loss of frame? How do you determine this? The grey area is enormous.
Yeah, and I can tell you now, there's a bunch of grey areas already in world rules. So I think there's not as many in black ball and there's not as many in these rules as well. So
I think black ball has more grey areas in any rule set.
I'm trying to be the happy guy in the middle here.
I enjoy the rule set, but there's grey areas in every rule set. But trying to say that there's no such thing as a deliberate foul and you'll be punished is just delusional. So Justin's broken again. He has pot a ball again, but he needs to capitalise on these opportunities. And once again, the table layout isn't great. A lot of work to do here. It's a very, very nice opener. We're all obstructing each other, these yellows, but if you can actually just get through this a little. Oh, that's a great shot. That's an excellent shot. And now he has an angle here as well to stun across into the yellow, the bottom yellow. Be on the one that's to the right of the little triangle or three that he'll leave in the right middle, and that will start to open them all up. Has to play this shot well. Otherwise it can go all pear-shaped. Also can stun right across the table actually and play the higher of the three in that little triangle and run through then for the one in the bottom left. So he has, that's actually the better choice because he doesn't have to get a good cannon. It's gone into him though. And he's clustered two of them together that don't look ideal. Wonder if they plant to the top right corner. Oh, if you haven't seen, Nathan Charles is 4-1 down in the international singles semi-final, best of 13, and he comes up and down the table and chops a black in the middle. It's sitting about a foot away from the pocket. That's just on one of the other channels, guys. 6 shot, and good on Nathan, good friend of mine. Have been actually putting a bit of time into his game to try and help him out. So I hope he does well. Justin once again tried to develop the balls. He's just not getting the love. He's still there. Face cut double potentially on the high of the three. Good double. Great shot, Justin. And he's fighting. He's fighting. said, you can't let this bloke just keep nibbling away at you, and no matter how far behind he is, he will continue to fight. Great shot again. This is a quality out from Justin, given that they were very awkward, these yellows, to begin the frame. Well, whatever he does, he doesn't want, if he's got to stun across the side rail and back out, he doesn't want to land short like he has a couple of times this match. And this time he makes no mistake. So this is a much better response from Justin with his break. And now Mark might have a little bit to think about, even though he's still got a 4-frame lead and he only needs 2 more frames. I think he's probably needs to reapply the foot on the pedal and say, well, oh, actually, was that Mark's break? That was a dry break from Mark, my mistake. Now Justin's break. Thanks, John Lay, for your donation to CueballTV. $30. Good on you, buddy. Big break. Needs a ball. Finds one. Opening red is the easiest of choices of the 2 balls. And only has the 1 red to deal with, although doesn't really have a great ball in the area to deal with it. So still think he'll take the reds, but it's just a matter of whether he wants to commit fully or try and find a way to pull up on this frame, and potentially could try and get behind that red and just nudge the yellow up the cushion a bit and drop in behind the red for a snooker at the same time, or a much more restrictive shot. I think that's possibly what I might be looking for, given that the cannon on the red and yellow looks tricky. Justin's, I think he's tried to go all the way downtown there and get straight on that ball on the bottom cushion. Had he have landed on the bottom cushion, which he still can now, he will have a chance. He'll have an angle to go into this red and yellow, but the problem he'll have is he may not, if he doesn't land on the ball that he kicks out, oh, he's gone for it straight away. Geez, he's not having a good run, is he, with the kick-outs. But now he can drop in for the little snooker. The filth of Justin Sage comes out. And no one can blame him. I think probably 99.95 of players, meaning all, would have played that shot. Oh, can he get through to this yellow? If he can't, coming off bottom cushion into the 3 yellows and just trying to nestle on them wouldn't be a bad option. In fact, I still think it's... Oh no, you can't nestle in them. You've got to hit a cushion after contact, so ignore me. Good shot from Mark. Deliberately did try and play that into the cushion and onto the red to smother it.
I just saw Justin there pick up that last frame.
He got himself into trouble a number of times and got out of it very well. Underhit again. Just wondering if the speed is catching Justin out a bit, but he's not. He's fallen short a few times now with position.
Probably from underhitting it.
Oh, really? You're a genius.
That's what they call me.
Yeah, I think he's overplaying it and landing short. for the ladies. So, needs angle here on this bottom ball. Tell you what, I think he's actually played that on purpose. That's a super shot.
So will he finish this one? A step closer.
I just feel like he's starting to needle his way back into this match.
I wonder.
It's a good shot. Perfect. Ooh, what? Geez, that curved in, didn't it, in the last second? He's still good, though.
It's about right.
So,
No mistakes this time.
7-4. That's
3 on the spin.
Robbo's break. And as so often you see quality players when they get challenged like this, they rack the balls and then run a rack.
Where the hell is that big?
I don't know what that means, Dan. Oh, so CueballTV has merchandise and Jammo's bought some merchandise. Sorry to tell you, Jammo, you can't put it in bed next to you and sleep with it. It's you wear it. And Robbo's buzzing his pot of ball off the break.
Come on, Robbo.
And how happy will he be with the lay of the land? I think the yellows, are better because you have more opportunities to develop your awkward ones, whereas I think reds are a little. No, actually, no, I like reds more.
I do like reds.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
change my opinion.
But you know what? They both have their merit. Again, they're linking ball to the dead ball. But yeah. This one will sneak. Will he play a double, or will he cut it down? Or no, he's going to play double.
It's all about. I think he might try and play the plant and then leave himself an angle to screw into the red. Head up, try and catch the thin side of it. But
Probably not what he probably won't want to hit the red here.
he can play this.
Yeah, this is the. I
Money
wasn't sure
ball,
how
really.
far down he was, yeah.
Finds a way. Black though put out of commission a little.
The black there, I think, is a bit better to hit than the red.
Well done. Number 2. What is going on with these things in the
Screwing with the black.
Yep. No, he's going high. He's going uptown.
No, he's going to try and maybe nudge it out here. No,
That angle actually, it looks like he's going inside the.
the yellow.
No, I've got some questions about that setup. I don't use it very strong.
Was it 6-1 or something?
So yeah, I think you're right, Mick. I think this catches the yellow. And there it is, but he's probably happy he's missed that, to be honest, because look at the result. He just looks out of sorts now, Robbo.
Yeah, well,
Looks
I
like
don't
he's
think
done.
he's looked in the sorts for the whole thing.
Well, he's at least punishing the errors. He's,
So I think that frame that you let go before could have been 8-1. It could have been curtains. But now, I don't know.
it's amazing, no matter how good you are at this game, if you're fatigued and you feel tired and you just feel, ugh, how hard this game becomes. And this is a great chance for Justin again to at least put himself in a commanding position in the frame. And this, he's got to. I was just going to say this is a good shot if he can actually play this and pop the red and land behind the other yellow, but he's got too much angle. Could still play it and stun across the left side and back to the centre of the bottom
Maybe
of the.
pop Mark's red here and actually stun under the yellow and snooker Mark.
That's what I just said.
Did you? Because I wasn't listening. I was daydreaming about my roast that's just about to click over to 2 hours and be ready.
Can't believe they've taken this long to play.
Yeah.
I still think Justin's going to play this shot, but he just needs to make sure he gets a good white. He might even try and play the skill. He's looking at the skill where he's going to pop the ball on the bottom left.
No chance
At the same time.
Oh,
That's no good. That's no good.
You
But
nincompoop.
he does have a bit of a luxury, though, of knowing that position on the final red is not easy and the black is tough as well.
I really thought Justin could have screwed back a little bit more off the first yellow and actually held for the snooker.
You didn't like playing the run through and trying to pop the ball over the bottom left as well at the same time to keep the visit?
No.
You didn't like that? Well, I thought it was fantastic.
That's, no, yeah, I was going to say, that's not a good.
That was tough. He had to hit that exactly the right angle to make it on.
And hit it twice as hard to actually get the stun to work coming around it. That's what he was trying.
Does this go inside the yellow, the big double? And then bring the white ball around the angles, maybe.
No, he's in no man's land here.
He's in the Dale Kent land, no man's?
No man. His best chance here is to smash everything and then go and sit down.
Smash everything and go and sit down. I think he's got to try something. I think the double inside the yellow is as good as anything.
Telling him to move out the way quick so we can see. Is he going to cut this in? You're not cutting that in. He's cutting it in. Did he overdo it? He overdid it. He overdid it. How did he overdo it?
Wow. That's actually a great result in a way.
Jesus.
Michael Massal,
Thank you very much.
$30, bud. Good on you, buddy. I know that was really aimed at the commentary team because we're such fantastic people.
No, but again, all those little donations help to what you're watching at the moment.
I don't know if you heard that hum in the background, folks, but that was actually, we have celebrities here at the National Championships here. We have Jason Statham with us.
And
Tony Mash.
Said celebrities, mate. So Justin's going to promote this yellow and get a snooker behind the black. He needs to be careful here because if he leaves a one rail escape, that's why he's not going to do it.
he's gonna tuck in behind here, make Mark try and play his red over the pocket.
Now, does Mark start doing what Justin did the last frame and deliberately
Good
just
chance.
not reach it?
Yeah. So I'd be looking at coming off the. No, that's not going to happen.
If I'm Mark, I'd try and pot this because the black is available bottom right. It's tough, but at least it's a chance.
Here's the thing though, like ball in hand, so he's going to come under that yellow and he's going to play the left-hand side of the bulk line and probably come up short.
He'll try and hit this.
No, he's trying to hit it. It's probably a good shot.
Ooh, that was close.
So with ball in hand, it's actually still.
No, so what Justin should do here now is play exactly the same shot he just played 4 times and let Mark get out of it and see if he can do it. Hey, Drever, $20. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
The ball is rolling.
No, thank you. There's $50 towards. Before.
I really do think I'd love to see Justin just play exactly the same shot. Just for the
stick
loss.
it up, yeah?
Well, the thing is, this is what's more dangerous because there is a shot available if you pot it.
So why not bump the yellow closer to the red now, or even pot the red?
No, this is still dangerous. Actually, no, he's
No, I
bumped
like
the yellow
this.
close to the pocket now, so it's a better shot.
He's going to roll up to the black and bump that yellow near the centre pocket.
Yep.
I think Justin should have made sure that white was
Touching, yep.
yeah. Now, it might seem like it doesn't really matter, but I can tell you now, if Mark touches that red, Justin can lose his frame.
Absolutely.
So there's a big difference at this level with your snookers.
But what he's also done as well, if he does pot this by, the black's just going nowhere. He's not going to have a shot on it, whereas earlier he would have. And also the other thing too is if he doesn't hit it, doesn't make contact, Justin will now have the yellow inside the red to open up the pocket.
He may actually hit this hard, try and come out, knock it and come out.
You're right, he has.
God, I know him so well, and that's so unlucky. That is
You
so
just
unlucky.
expected him to cruise on the left-hand side of that yellow
Well,
and land fat, did you?
That's the only reason why he would play that so hard, is to pot it and actually come out and get a shot.
I
on
thought
it
that
now.
was sweet. You know him so well. I thought that was really sweet.
I just know that's. I got no words.
That's sweet, me. beautiful. So another smash.
Oh, it's game over. 7-5. Just, yeah, rack them up now.
No, not yet. We have seen Justin play a few dodgy balls along rails this match.
A few choppies. There's the yellow at the top that might roll out.
He has settled a little more though compared to what he was earlier, but he might even go into this yellow here, you know. He's got a linking ball in the middle. It's not a big deal. I think he's going a touch wide of it, yeah, and I don't know if he can hold it. I'll tell you what, Nathan Charles has come back on Justin Kennedy. He's now trailing 4-5. Was 4-1 down. Good shot that from Justin. He actually links the two balls up now. But does need an angle to get back down table. But the angle of this pot will provide that naturally.
So Jacob Dunn is 6. Steve Mountford is 6. So 6 all there. Nathan Charles 4. Justin Kennedy 5. Best of 13. Which is
Race to 7. Good maths, mate. Well done.
give me a chance to like breathe and spit a few words out.
You've been talking for about 3 minutes. So Justin's made no mistake again. This is looking 7-5. It's starting to look dodgy.
Yeah,
6-1 up. Oh, that's horrible. That's awful.
Wow, he's really trying to throw this.
That was an awful shot for anyone's standard. Anyway, he should still be okay, but just
Did he come off the top roll or screw back?
screw back. Wants to bounce. And he's played it beautifully. I think that was a frustrating shot, to be honest. So 7-5 from 6-1. You do the math. Who's got the momentum? Well, I'll tell you what did I say? I said 9-5. Robbo needs to win the next 2.
Well, I can't even win because I said what, 6?
You said 9-6 to Justin. But you can still get closer than them.
There's a chance.
Well, you got to pick the winner first. That's the closest thing, isn't it?
Trent. This umpire on your screen right about now drove back from the commercial club to Melbourne to play a snooker final just the other day.
That's a 3 to 4 hour drive, folks.
4-hour drive there, 4-hour drive back, obviously.
And
3 or 4 hours there, and he played the deciding match and happened to fall over the line with some great snooker and won the premiership.
so that's commitment, folks.
Yeah, back at 3 in the morning.
Also moronic, but that's commitment.
3 in the morning he got back.
What a dedicated individual.
Didn't even hit a kangaroo either.
But he is Victorian and plays for New South Wales, so that kind of like explains his mental state.
That's sort of what happens though, and with the Victorians, if you can't make the Victorian side because we are that good, we just send all our guys to New South Wales. So New South Wales is sort of the B grade of Victoria.
Oh, the messages are going to start going berserk soon.
I'm here all night, boys.
But yeah, just to be fair though, I'm pretty sure New South Wales did finish 3rd on the ladder. We'll play WA in the elimination semi.
Didn't they just chop WA up like
They
18
did.
or 4 or something?
No, they did beat them. I don't know if it was as big as scoreline as what. I think Justin made that up. But they did win. They secured their spot in 3rd. Obviously challenged Victoria for 2nd. And SA did not lose the match, so on paper probably in the dominant state. But
2 draws, was it? SA?
finals are a different animal. Everyone hits the
100%.
reset button and starts again.
4 rounds, not 3. Justin is looking to play the one in the centre here, possibly come down for some angle. He wants to keep that yellow at the top of the table, so when he plays the bottom right yellow, he can go into the two dead yellows in a way, and he'll have more balls to land on.
And just like to note why Justin's working out what he does here as well. My team in Ballarat had a semi-final tonight, and I didn't drive back for it.
Gee, that's a bit sad.
I'm happy to report, thanks to Smiley, who has let us know that we won. So we're straight through the grand final. I wasn't sure if Donnie was going to drive back or not because he plays for the other team.
So do you start on the bench now in the grand final?
I think I probably might start on the bench in the grand final. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, but you never know. I don't do the order for our team. I'm cursed, so I let one of the other fellas do it, and maybe he'll say that me and Nathan Charles weren't there, so we'll both sit on the bench.
There we go. Just wants to nudge it.
He's actually had that rub all night. I think that was
his grinding the teeth. He loves grinding the teeth. I'm maybe coming up. You know what? He can come off the back rail and push these two yellows up the table if he wanted to.
I don't think you only need to push one towards the middle pocket. It'll be dangerous not to leave the yellow off the reds off the yellow though if you promote it to the middle.
What he needs to do is make sure that these yellows are separated.
What about the face cut double with left hand side so you don't get the double kiss?
I like it. Yep. So play the bottom yellow across the table towards the black and red into that pocket, and the white ball will run up and down the table. I really do like that. Or not. So he's done what we said. Just open up the yellows, put some pressure on Mark. So this is right now. Mark needs to actually go. I need this one because I think if Mark doesn't win this one, I think he loses the match. To be honest with you, I said if Mark was in front and Justin come from behind.
Yeah, well, this has been a crazy match, really. The standard's been all over the place. There's been some good fighting frames though from Justin. He's played some good pool in the second half of this match.
So who do you think the better player's been so far?
Honestly, it's hard to judge because I think Mark's all he did in the early stages of the match was mop up errors.
Correct.
Hasn't really played a clearance off his own break or anything like that. So it's been a tricky one to call. Honestly, I think Justin's probably second half has played the better pool, but yeah, hard thing to call. But Mark's going to tuck in here for a rough snooker.
Just this red past the centre pocket.
That's a really good snooker.
That's perfect. The red past the centre pocket. Justin is in trouble. He's now biting his pillow.
Yeah. Biting his pillow. Brutal. Simon Gray, if you're at home watching this.
Oh no. You tell us a story.
There's no Simon Gray stories on this feed. I have many though. If you want them, come and see me.
Just message Jamie at
We love you, Simon.
.com.au.
Try and come off three here and get to the other end of the table.
No legs.
No, I think he's okay. Look at this, he's just
No
travelled.
legs. No
Oh,
legs.
the line was perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. Justin, need another 10 push-ups.
Just remember, folks, there is no total snookers in the international rules. You must hit a cushion after contact no matter what happens.
So here it is. Bottom rail, stun this, come up towards the middle of the table here. And Mark knows that this is a must-win frame.
Absolutely. He's these two yellows that are high on this one he's about to potter. It's still a little awkward.
Reds. So he'll nick the one in the centre, I think. He may even nick the middle red, and then the white will run up the table. There it is.
He's played that well.
Yep.
That's a good shot.
Should be game over from here. So he'll play the one in the centre, roll forward a little bit, play the one in the top corner, stun out for the red at the top of the table, off one rail where his hand is, and then back down towards the black.
There's not. Wow, that was a close enough thought. There's not too much you can go wrong
No,
here.
it's fine.
It's all about potting
Yeah.
balls. The position's all natural now.
This is perfect. So 1, 2 rails possibly.
Yeah, agreed. You'll just clear the yellow. You won't bring it into play at all.
If I had a line, see where that 3 is on the table at the top there, sort of to where he's going. There it is, around, back down, and I'll be back in a minute.
He's going to give him a pep talk. Come on, Mark, you're on the hill.
Yes, come on, mate. That's my mate.
He's going to give him a cuddle. So, Robbo's break, and I have a suspicion he may put just an extra 2 or 3% into this one. Nathan Charles levels up the score on the Australia Cup singles semi. 5-all with Justin Kennedy, who had a very commanding 4-1 lead. Not sure who won the Jacob Dunn-Steve Mountford match. The score didn't update, and it's just sitting on 6-all, but the match is over. So, well, there's a lot of people on the chat, so we might as well, while they're having a break. Are you for international rules to come into national level pool, which will filter down to your state level, most likely, which will then obviously eventually filter down into your local league? Are you for the change next year or against the change next year? Give us your thoughts. Me personally, I have put a motion in. I'm from Ballarat personally, which is about 100 k's from Melbourne. If you don't know where Ballarat is, I put a motion into our association to change the rules next season for just our Division 1 league. Whether it goes through or not is a different story. But I think change is here, and there's no point in delaying the inevitable. There is arguments about you can't play the international rules on these tables like you can on Supremes, which is a fair comment, but you need to start with a rule change before you change the tables, because it's probably going to take at least 5 to 10 years to really circulate these tables Australia-wide. It's a lot of cost, a lot of money.
Are you talking about your car?
Talk about international rules coming in, whether they should or not. That wasn't on stream, Robbo. Bad luck. Yes, it was.
So Mark playing the invisible ghost now.
Yes, thanks, Matty. How many did you win, mate? You secret weapon fill-in. Whoa, what's going on here? Someone's decided to bump the camera, and
The storm has
oh
arrived.
my God, the storm has arrived.
Wow. He hit the balls that hard that it made the ground shake.
So, you would think Reds. The only reason I say Reds is he does have an opener to play the ball in the left middle, screw off top row and into the yellow or red to try
you're
and
crazy,
open it
mate.
up. You think yellows?
I think red. If he plays the middle red and actually go down and open the ball up straight away, he can go game.
What?
The middle red on the left-hand side of your table. He plays that, thumbs down towards the yellow and the red at the bottom left.
So he's going to go my way?
Yeah, of course.
Oh no, he's played it safe.
No,
He
he's
doesn't
saying,
like either balls.
Justin, you suck. Have a go.
So your way, Mick, how does he deal with this red that's at the top right hand side of the table?
Well, I'm thinking what Rusty would do is just put a few balls and then figure that out later. So,
Got a few balls, fall out of position, lose the frame.
yeah.
This could
So
be
here we
a-
go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the tactics come in. Like, we could be here now for 5 minutes. These guys just hitting balls because they don't want to take a certain
But this
colour.
can happen in any rule set
Yes.
where they're playing a good
But
white ball.
A lot of people said that there's no tactics in these rule sets.
As I said to you, you have to adopt the reverse tactics when it comes to balls over pockets.
Yeah. That's a good shot. So it's all about the white. Like this rule set is not about the object ball because when you get ball in hand, the object balls don't matter.
And that's actually a very good white.
It's all about the white ball. So
Every ball's going to get sent up the other end of the table because they're going to keep getting a good white. He's brought it back down, but he's okay.
Rewrite.
I think Mark might take this on, you know. I think he'll take this on. Reds are good here.
If it's on, there's a chance he will. And I think that black passes in the top left-hand corner as well.
I think he'll take this.
So Justin wanted some. He didn't want that red to come back up the table there.
This might be the first 30-second call we've seen in about 5 frames.
Yeah, Trent hasn't said anything in a while. Oh, there it is.
Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Guess who's on watching this match?
Neil.
I thought he was dead. Gus DeGiorgio, welcome.
Oh, Gus.
Oh, he hasn't hit a rail, has he? That's a foul. I reckon that's a
Looks like
foul.
it's a foul.
I'm absolutely 100% sure that was a foul.
I'm 100% sure now.
And he gives the ball in hand. What a great umpire, Trent. He's driven all the way to Melbourne, played snooker, driven all the way back 3 a.m, no sleep, calls it like it's just not even a problem. Somebody get this man a medal.
Gary Robertson, how are you, mate?
So Justin just with a bit to figure out here, ball in hand wise. Likes the reds. Wanted to go into the pack there.
Did he? Because it didn't seem like
I
it.
think he was trying to pick the line for the yellow. And
Yeah.
he just caught the other one on the way through.
I think there's another safety coming up here. Yep.
Yeah, it's an interesting comment, allowing a referee to call loss of frame for a questionable call. That's I can see that happening at some point, being a contentious issue. Have seen it already happen in Blackpool a few times. Yeah, this is going to be the first, I think, true tactical frame where we're going to see a lot of pushing of balls around and manipulation of white ball, manipulation of object balls, all clustered up. It could get worse too. And then Mark may play the same shot where he'll just flick off the yellow and smother that red even more here, you know.
Mark's, man, both balls are okay depending on where the white lands, but
I think he's toying with the idea of having to go.
I don't know. He's just trying to find another spot. That bottom yellow, he may be able to get it into play and leave the white there as well. Because that middle red is a bit dodgy to land on. So if he just bumps this out, leaves the white there.
Good call.
Just thinking, okay, long ball, but okay.
Come on, Robbo. Come on, bud. Get a Robbo.
Do you think he's actually going to play this yellow into the red off the other red pot, screw the white ball back the bottom rail and play the turnover? I think that's what he's doing.
This is a good shot off the cushion, knock the red in, get a good white.
Yeah, that's a good
Great shot.
Good shot, buddy.
A bit loud, sorry.
Everybody's eardrums just blew if they had their volume up quite loud.
That was actually a good shot. That was a really good shot. He got a good white. He got rid of one of Justin's soldiers on the table, and
Might add, that was a sensational piece of commentary as well to pick that up.
That was 4,000 years in the spot. You should get a few right.
I get one in.
If it only happens once a year, it's
a good year. Yeah, I get one in every 25,016. I'm not sure if Gus is being facetious there or not, so I'm going to let that one go.
Gus, are you allowed to be on your phone at the moment?
So Mark seems to be taking control of this frame.
Nicking under the red here. No, that's good. Put both his yellows out. So Justin has this only opportunity, I think. This is Justin's last shot. If he doesn't go game here, Mark is about to have a crack. So
his 4 balls in the middle of the table are still a little awkward. For both balls, for that matter. Probably, I think, worse for yellows. Because at least the higher red passes to both middles. Justin's just playing containing white, but Mark can actually return fire here just by flicking off the bottom end of the right side ball.
He may even play the same shot, the white the bottom round. I thought Justin was going to have a bit of a go there, but fair to say that this isn't a bad choice as well. Now these guys have actually been playing today. Now almost coming up on 13 hours because we started at 9, and don't forget you got to obviously get up an hour or so earlier, get ready, get down to the venue, get ready. So 14 hours. By the time this is finished, probably 15 or 16 hour day, and then we've got to be back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. So
what?
9 a.m.
No.
8 a.m.
We don't have to play until midday.
What about 6 reds?
Oh, if you're a 6 red player, you're an idiot, and you have to be back here at 9 a.m.
Then that's it. 6 a.m. Look at that hair. I want to see him wake up and just put it on the other side.
I don't think you can.
You can. You just got to shave the other hair.
I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain Gary Robinson isn't a real person, and someone's just made up that name and been employed to troll him with the comments that he makes. He's now mentioned the cut break, and you know how much I love the cut break, Nick.
Well, Mark does have a stepbrother, Gary Robinson.
Is that really his stepbrother?
I don't know. Gary, tell me something.
I think he's just been employed to troll me. I think they put him on there and said, just say all the stuff that Jamie gets tilted about and just bring it up.
Gary, let me know how many children you have, whether it's 1, 2, 3 or 4. Just write a number and I'll know if it's you or not for real.
So not 5, 6, 7 or 8?
No, he's got 1, 2, 3 or 4.
So Mark's just played a shot to try and open things up, and he's actually made a nice little pattern of zigzag red and yellows there. We're playing that game, the snake game, where you've got to like run around and collect all the balls and make the snake longer.
Oh, that's a great game. I had that on the Nokia 60.
I bet you did.
610, 6010, 3810.
And I bet you put hours and hours into that.
Hours?
Nathan Charles has just popped the black and gone in off.
That's a good shot there by Mark.
Would love that yellow to have come off a little more. Justin actually just acknowledged that shot.
And you know, I think there's another Gary Robinson on Facebook, so there's a good chance that's probably not him. Gary Robinson, I have 2 daughters, mate, age 23. Okay, so that's not Mark's. That's a different Gary Robinson. All good, buddy. Thank you. Yes, I just said that I actually think it's the other one.
Gary, I reckon Robbo's employed you to troll me. Like you're saying all the stuff that tilt me.
All good.
So opportunity here for Mark to.
You know what? I actually know who that is now. Wow. Yeah, that's not Mark's brother.
Still, as we predicted, Mick, long frame.
Yep. So international rules can be long frames.
And this actually could carry. Obviously, it's huge for Mark to win this because
Is he going to miss this and try and sit behind the yellow?
I think he is, mate. He's taking a white right down at the end of the table. It's a good shot.
Yep. I'll take that. Man, these guys must be tired. That's all I can think about is food.
And one of these frames as well at the end of a match really tests your patience and your concentration.
But you're looking at two of the guys who've pretty much topped the stats 1 and 2
Yep.
for this Nationals. And this is the reason why they're out there 13 to 14 hours now, and they're still battling it out, you know, still trying their guts out to win. Mark on the hill. Justin needs,
wow. Wow.
Justin needs 4.
What was he trying to do there, actually?
Come on, buddy.
Now, any of these balls on is the question in the zigzag of balls, because if they are, you know he's going to play one and then just open the others up with the white. If not, he may have to play the ball in the middle and go into them, which is looking like the flavour of the month right now.
Hey, Tintin. Surprised you're not at the door.
Okay, that's interesting. So this must be on.
Yeah, that must be on. I think both these yellows are on, so he'll screw off this.
Why would you not play it first?
Because
Oh, they
he
must
got-
both go.
He got rid of both.
No, they must both go.
No, that's exactly right. He obviously put his harder ball. Yeah.
Geez, it's deceiving. They just don't look like they're on, both those balls from here, but clearly
Sorry.
they are. So he just wants to make sure he gets good cueing on this. Doesn't want to be stuck in the reds. That's exactly what he's done.
Bravo.
So this should be the end of the match. And I do believe some genius called 9-5. I don't know who that was, but I just heard there was a rumour that someone called 9-5 to Robbo on this match before it started.
Alright, well, thank you guys for tuning in. He will pot this.
All right, Robbo. It was a scratchy match. It was a tired match, but at the end, Mark was victorious after a good fight back from Justin, and both players deserve their spot in the finals.
Sends me a heart and a love straight to the camera there.
And before I leave, Mike Bellum, I'll take my Monaro over a Jag any day of the year. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, boys and girls. Thank you.